live on YouTube. It's the 2026 OEHL playoffs. It's a North Division matchup today, game number 4, between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Thornbury Clear Choice Pool and Spas. Come and visit their showroom at 4 Arthur Street West in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call 519-599-1154 or visit thornburyclearchoice.com for more details. Thornbury Clear Choice, Pool and Spas, pool cleaning made easy. And by Hometown Hall, your neighborhood spot for good drinks, local bites, and easy company. At Hometown Hall, we bring together craft beer, cider, and wine with snacks and stories from around Grey and Bruce County. Located at 49 Bruce Street South in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. Closed Monday through Wednesday and open Thursday through Saturday from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's first come, first served around here, so grab a spot, settle in, and let the good times roll. It's OEHL Hockey, live on YouTube from Thornbury. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena here in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada, for today's 2026 OEHL Playoffs North Division matchup, game number 4 between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3-0. I'm Andrew Rogers, your play-by-play commentator this afternoon, live at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you, great to bring this game to you, and appreciate the viewership all season long. This is game number 31 for me this year, and it's been quite a ride thus far. Hoping to continue throughout the course of the remainder of these 2026 playoffs. We will show you some graphics here. We'll start with the updated playoff bracket. There are 2 games that are currently underway. We'll get to those in a minute. Ripley leading Shelburne 2-0. Durham, first team to advance in the OEHL playoffs, sweeping away the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. They will most likely end up getting the Ripley Wolves if Ripley is able to dispatch of the Shelburne Muskies. In the event of the Shelburne Muskies coming back and winning that series, Durham would then get the highest seeded left. I believe that would be how it would work. Shelburne would then drop down to that far side, and again it would depend on, well, actually no, Shelburne as the 8th seed would get the highest seed remaining. Would be Elmvale or Minto over Durham. So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because where they sit on the bracket currently that they get the winner of that matchup. Because if Shelburne does come back, that disrupts where Durham would play their second round matchup. So that's just something to keep in mind. Over on the south side, Seaforth up 1-0 on Milverton. Tavistock Royals, they are up 3-0 on the Erin Outlaws. They have not allowed a goal in that series. Andrew Masters, 3 consecutive shutouts in that series thus far. Unreal stuff. Alora Rocks up 2-1 over Dunville, and Petrolia ahead 3-1 over Tilsonburg in the best of 7. Matchups that are taking place today. Currently, the Minto 81s are ahead of the Lucknow Lancers in the 3rd period by a score of 4-0. That game being played at the Palmerston and District Community Center complex. From what I can tell, just going to go through it quickly here. Keaton Willis has scored. Eric Margot, Caleb Warren, and Keaton Willis with his second have scored for Minto to give them that 4-0 lead. Jonathan Reinhardt, the starting goalie for Minto as well. So they lead 4-0. They lead 2-0 in the best of 7 currently. Elsewhere, the Erin Outlaws and Tavistock Royals got underway about 15 minutes ago. There is no score as they play in the first. Goaltenders in that one for Erin, Tyson Gustow, number 30, and for the Tavistock Royals, number 35, Andrew Masters, like I said, hasn't allowed a goal in 3 starts in this series. Our game here, Elmvale, Georgian Bay, gets underway in about 14 minutes time, while later on today, Seaforth is in Milverton to take on the 4-wheel drives. That gets underway at 5:30. Seaforth winning 6-1 in Game 1 yesterday to take a 1-0 series lead. As far as this series goes, I wonder if I have that graphic here. Just give me 1 second, folks. I want to see if I do have the matchup graphic. Oh, there it is there. Perfect. I'll put that up right now for you before we get to our scratches and such. So in this series, it's been fairly close. Elmvale 6-3 winners in Game 1, 7-5 in Game 2, a game in which they actually trailed in that game. Going into the third period, they were up, or sorry, they were down, I think it was 5-3? They were down 5-3 going into the third and ended up coming back to win 7-5. That was in game number 2. Last night, an absolute classic comeback. Georgian Bay scored early in the third to take their lead to 5-2, and then Elmvale, after a spirited tilt between Austin Ouellette and Owen King, Elmvale reeling off 4 straight goals unanswered, and one coming off the stick of Riley Pitt that was less than 2 minutes to go on the power play, was the eventual game winner, as the Harvesters would defeat the Applekings 6-5 to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. So today's game is Game 4 in this series. Game 5, if necessary, barring a Applekings win, they would play Game 5 tomorrow in Elmvale at 1 o'clock. If it goes any further, Saturday, February 21st, 5:30 back here at the Beaver Valley. And then if it goes further to the distance, Sunday, February 22nd, 4:30 in Elmvale. So that's how it breaks down there. Leading scorers in the playoffs before we get to our scratches. Jordan Fuller of Elmvale leads playoff scorers with 13 points. Defenseman Kyler Nixon is second with 12. You have Justin Graham and Brody LeBlanc, also of Durham, with 10. Jacob Kelly of Elmvale with 9. Kyle Maloney and Ryan Colhoun of Durham with 8. Or excuse me, Maloney with 9, Colhoun with 8. Jordan Moulton of Ripley with 8. You have Cody Britton of Ripley with 7. Luke Gehrig of Durham with 7. Garrett Mears and TJ Harris of Petrolia. Garrett Mears of Ripley. Carson Pierre of Petrolia. And Carter Cervais of Ripley, all with 7. You have Clayton Holzer of Elora with 6, Keith Palmer of Shelburne with 6, Carson Perry of Petrolia 6, and Riley Pitt, last night's hero for Elmvale, with 6 points as well, rounding out the top 20 playoff scorers. We're going to start with the Elmvale lineup here this afternoon here at the Beaver Valley in game number 4, where the Elmvale Harvesters lead 3-0. Not playing, not dressed. The backup goaltender tonight is number 31, Andrew Best. The starting goaltender, number 1, Noah Featherston Halgao. He is 3-0 in this playoff series. Not playing, not dressed. Number 22, Derek Robertson. Number 49, Dave Pierce. Number 89, Caden Laverdier. Number 92, Brad Kepfer. Number 93, Joseph Franzen. Drawing into the Elmvale lineup for the first time in a month is Jared Robertson. He is very, very excited about it. I talked to him before the game. He's excited to be on the ice and contributing in this playoff run for Elmvale. So like I said, those are your lineup changes for the Elmvale Harvesters. Over on the Georgian Bay Applekings side of things, the not playing, not dressed, number 31, Jordan Elwood. The backup tonight is number 1, Aaron Weigel. The starter is number 33, Alan Maneri. I thought he was really good last night and suffered the loss. However, he is 0-3. Not dressed, number 8, Neil Ross. Number 11, G.W. King. Number 17, Mitch Good. Number 26, Jacob Robitaille. Number 77, Matt Amoff. And number 89, Bradley Wells. Jersey change there. Well, actually, excuse me. Also a scratch, number 93, Jake Mortley. Number 91, Scott Hustwick. He will wear 91. He wore 93 last night for the Georgia Bay Applekings. Also drawing back into the lineup today is number 9, Noah Calvert-Getz. He is in the lineup for the Applekings. And that is your lineup news and notes for today's game between the Harvesters and the Applekings. Andrew Rogers here, live on YouTube, play-by-play, live at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for Anthem and Puck Drop in a little while. Stick around. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs. It's a North Division matchup today, game number 4, between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Thornbury Clear Choice Pool and Spas. Come and visit their showroom at 4 Arthur Street West in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call 519-599-1154 or visit thornburyclearchoice.com for more details. Thornbury Clear Choice, Pool and Spas, pool cleaning made easy. And by Hometown Hall, your neighborhood spot for good drinks, local bites, and easy company. At Hometown Hall, we bring together craft beer, cider, and wine with snacks and stories from around Grey and Bruce County. Located at 49 Bruce Street South in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. Closed Monday through Wednesday and open Thursday through Saturday from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's first come, first served around here, so grab a spot, settle in, and let the good times roll. It's OEHL Hockey, live on YouTube from Thornbury. Well, that was terrifying. My life flashed before my eyes, but we're good. Miraculously, I don't know how. That's crazy. Anyway, all right, oh, Canada in the books. My heart beat settling, and just for it to get ramped up again here for Game 4 of this best of 7 series between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. This series right now is 3-0 Elmvale. This is game number 4 of the best of 7, and we're about to get underway. Starting goalies in this one, number 1, Noah Featherston Halgal for Elmvale, and for Georgian Bay, number 33, Alan Maneri. We are underway. Andrew Rogers with you, live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. It's an early icing call against the Applekings. And the face-off will come back in the Georgian Bay zone. Like I say, Andrew Rogers with you. Great to be here. Appreciate everybody joining and tuning in. 1 of 4 in the OEHL playoffs today, as this one is sent in behind the net. This is Logan Blazer with it. This will be played up the boards, and Bueller's going to pick it up. He'll play it away. He was looking for Fleming, and now Fleming is going to get there and beat out the icing. Up the boards, Fuller looking for Kelly. Whoa, look out! Oh, Kelly almost got in behind the defense. Big defensive play there for Georgian Bay. Puck in deep. Fuller tried to center. It's going to be intercepted by the Applekings. They're going to play this puck out. And we're going to get another icing call. So back to, well, consecutive icings for Georgian Bay as faceoff's going to come back in the Applekings zone. Again, we're here at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena. The series, this is game number 4 of the best of 7, with the Harvesters leading 3-0. We're early on in period number 1. Andrew Rogers with you. Puck is around on the boards, and it'll be controlled by Scott Dorian. Dorian's going to get ahead of speed and bring it across the blue line. All the way into the Elmvale zone. He goes to the backhand, and he just put that one wide, and it's going to cream all the way out and back into the Georgian Bay zone. Up on the boards now, Dorian gets it to the line no further. It's kept in by the Harvesters. Back to the line to Pitt. He had it come to the line and was able to keep that puck in. Here's a chance for Cochran. He gets worked over there and loses control of the puck. Pitt going to keep it in, play it into the corner. Centering pass. Oh, Cochran trying to corral it from Palamaki and almost put it in behind Maneri. Turnover for Georgian Bay at their own blue line, and here they come again. Elmvale with the shot there. Maneri with the save. Thought he was real good last night in game number 3. Applekings with the puck in their own end here as Elmvale puts on the pressure. Good collision there between Ouellette and Austin Pope. Ouellette had his night end in the 3rd period after a spirited tilt with Owen King. Dorian trying to take on Pitt as Pitt gets dumped in the corner with a really heavy body check. They continue to battle on the boards, and now it'll be played out. Pitt felt that one as he gets back up and gets in the play. In the Elmvale zone here, as it's going to come to the line, and Simmons gathers it there. It's going to come to the line though, and King gets it out. This is at center where Tristan Park will play it. He'll throw it in, and it's another icing call. So the third icing of the period already for the Applekings. As mentioned, 3 other games to be played alongside this one today. Just going to pull up our out-of-town scores. Minto leading Lucknow 6-0, and I believe that one's close to being finished. They're late in the third period, so looking like Minto is going to take a 3-0 series lead over the Lucknow Lancers, a 2 versus 7 matchup. This puck is out and into the neutral zone, though, where Elmvale's going to bring it right back in across the line. King into the corner after it against Park. As they battle for it on the boards, it's going to come into the middle. Balkwill keeps it in. Balkwill will shoot toward the net, deflected. Good save, Maneri. He had to adjust on the fly for that one. And now this puck is out. And going to be another icing, or no, they're going to call this off. Jeremy Robertson there is going to put it up ahead to Tanner Main. He's in across the line. He goes to the corner. Waiting for teammates to come off the bench. Here's a chance now. Maneri with the save. That shot from 19, Jordan Fuller, who is second currently in playoff points. Excuse me, first in playoff points with 13. Puck in the Georgian Bay zone. It's up the boards there. It's kept in by the Harvesters. They're going to go in after it. Fuller looking to get it. Can't. But it's on the boards now for Jamie Wise. He can't get it out either. Fuller's got it again. Looking for Kelly. Couldn't get it there. Fuller still has it. Kelly! It's in! Jacob Kelly manages to squeeze it past Alan Maneri. Applekings with opportunities to get the puck out, can't, and the Harvesters make them pay. They're first on the board. It's 1-0. And this combo of Kelly and Fuller continue to stay hot. And for Jacob Kelly, he netted 2 in the third period last night, and that's his 5th of the playoffs, giving him 10 points. And for Fuller, that's point 14. So just a fantastic playoffs thus far for those two. Number 9, Jacob Kelly with the goal to give the Harvesters a 1-0 lead here. 15:40 now to go here in period 1. Harvesters leading 1-0. Also on the out of town, Tavistock Royals leading the Erin Outlaws by a score of 2-0. Shot there is blockered away by Maneri. Into the middle, it's going to come to Shorman. Shorman shoots, glove save, Maneri, look out. As Dorian upended Shorman as he was taking that shot, and Maneri with a good glove save. Just having a look here, goals from Drew Girth and Devin Croft, scoring for Tavistock to give them a 2-0 lead. Later on today in Milverton, the four-wheel drives hosting the C4 Centenaires at 5:30 at the Perk in Milverton. This one's off the boards to the line. It's going to be played in by Pitt, who stands his ground at the line. Cochran in the corner, he gets bodied. Puck comes loose, it's all the way around. Going to come to the line no further as Murphy keeps it in. Now they'll try the other side, Georgian Bay, as Keegan Hoover, he opened the scoring last night for the Applekings, plays it in. And Featherston Howe Gow's got it, and he's going to hang on. That'll force a face-off here in the Elmvale zone. Andrew Rogers with you. Great to be here, of course. Applekings trying to gain control of the puck, can't, and now it's going to come across to Pope. Austin Pope, number 44, in across the line. He gets upended, and we're going to get a penalty here. And not really sure what they're going to call this. It's either tripping or kneeing. Connor Long is the one who gets the penalty. 2 minutes for a trip. So tripping on Connor Long, and he'll serve 2 or less, as the Harvesters will get the first power play of the hockey game. Puck is won, though, by the Applekings. They'll send the Harvesters back. Here comes Kelly. He brings it up the ice. Shorman loses it at the blue line, though, and Pitt's got to come back for it. Pitt pressured there by Fleming. Those two have been all over each other in this series thus far. Elmvale going to start out from their own end here on this power play. It's brought up by Ryan Young. He had a pair of goals last night. Young in and around the net as Elmvale going to set up on this power play. Has 1 minute and 17 seconds left on it. Back to line now. Played across to Kelly. Kelly down low. Fuller to Kelly. Kelly down to Fuller again. In front, they score! Jordan Fuller comes out from the corner and stuffs it home. And the Harvesters capitalize on the Connor Long penalty, and they take a 2-0 lead here in Thornbury. And Fuller continues to stay hot. He's got a goal and an assist already. That puts him at 15 points in the playoffs. It's been pretty unbelievable. Now what? Okay, I'm not sure I understand this, but Connor Long back to the box, and I'm assuming there was a 10-minute misconduct that was attached to that, because otherwise why would he go back to the box? The referee signaled tripping, so not really sure what the 10 was for. This is in across the line. Georgian Bay trying to have a good shift here as they trail now 2-0. What a move there by Dorian, but he lost control of the puck. Now it's Edmonds. He brings it out of the zone for Elmvale, plays it in. In behind the Nedeman area, it'll go to the far corner. Palamaki there on the forecheck. Dorian's going to pick it up. He'll play it across. Up comes Geisler. In across the line, he leaves there for Dorian. Dorian on the boards, plays it in around the net. Going to be picked up by Ouellette. It's still loose in the front, and it just rolls wide, and we're going to get a penalty call here. And it's going to go to Elmvale. Played into the zone, it'll be touched by the Harvesters, and the penalty will be called. And, well, Jared Robertson in his first return to action in a month, playing forward. And oh, Canada indeed, I guess. Hey, they're doing really well in the men's hockey right now, and women's hockey through association, I suppose, too. But Jared Robertson in the box, and it's Georgian Bay who's going to get the power play here. Blazer plays it across. Why, shoot, scores! That was quick. 6 seconds into the power play. And the Applekings respond. It's Jamie Wise with his 5th of the playoffs, and it's 2-1 here in Thornbury. What a shot from number 39. Jamie Wise, goal number 5, and that cuts the Elmvale lead in half. It's 2-1, and we're back to 5-on-5 here. That's a big goal for the Applekings to get them back in this game. They needed a spark, and they got one. Puck is in the Elmvale zone. It'll be played across to Kelly. Kelly ahead to Fuller. Fuller dumps it in. The two 19s almost came together at the blue line there. Applekings gather it, though, and Fleming's going to bring it up the ice. Pressure by Kelly. Fleming dumps it in. He'll go in after it in behind the net. Plays it away to Bueller. Bueller has a man! Oh, what a save! And now Featherston Halgow's helmet's knocked off. And what's the call going to be here? Probably a penalty to Georgian Bay. What a chance for Georgian Bay there, as Roland came in off the line, put the shot in, and Featherston Halgow made an unreal pad save. And then the helmet of Noah Featherston Halgow was knocked off on the follow-through from Roland, and he was assessed a 2-minute penalty. So now the Harvesters with the power play here, looking to respond. Puck in the Applekings zone as the Harvesters control on the power play here. There we go. Here's a shot off a stick. That's going to go out of play. That's off of Geisler as he got his stick on it and deflected it out of play. So again, it's a power play for Elmvale here with a 2-1 lead in Game 4 of this best of 7. Elmvale leading in the best of 7, 3-0. Kelly has it at the line. Pitt goes down low. Pitt will get it. Try to put it back to Kelly and gets it to him. Shorman now down to Fuller. Fuller back to Shorman. Well-oiled power play here. Pitt to Kelly. Kelly in the middle. Deflected just wide by Youngin. Is it a goal, Elmvale, or not? No goal. Maneri keeps it out, and we get no goal on the ice, and it remains a 2-1 game. I could have sworn Saugeen Shores was robbed of a goal that was called a no goal in the third period in their game against Durham on Friday. Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, Durham Thundercats, but it was waved off. Looked like it went halfway in the net as Elmvale has 1 minute and 10 seconds left on this power play, and they're going to have to start from their own end here. Ryan Young up the ice, he'll play it across and then get it back, bring it in across the line, trying to go to his backhand, it was stripped. Elmvale power play here, back to the line. It's across to Pitt. Pitt with the winner last night in Game 3. Off the shin pad of the Georgian Bay defender as Pitt tries to come down low. Shorman playing it across to Young. Young down low. Chance here. Across. Oh, how did they miss? Fuller, he's normally spot on from there. Like 100% shooting from that distance. And he fired it wide out the other side. Man, what a chance. He won't get a better opportunity than that. Pitt bringing it up the ice. 13 left in the power play. In across the line. Left here for Palomaki. Puts it down to King. King in the corner. Back to Palomaki. 4 seconds left. King with the puck. Plays it across. Back to 5 aside. It's out of over the net and out of play. And the penalty is expired. So Georgian Bay able to escape that penalty situation and remains a 2-1 game here with 9:55 to go in the first. Been an entertaining 10 minutes and 5 seconds of hockey so far. Thought we weren't even going to have a stream. My camera went down right before we started. Right after O Canada, or right before O Canada. That was terrifying. Dorian's going to pick it up for Georgian Bay. Going to circle back in his own end. Looking for a full head of steam. Kind of gets thwarted at the blue line. Now he's just going to play it back. So tremendous forechecking pressure there from Elmvale, and they're able to gain control of the puck. This will be played ahead to Palomaki. He'll play it ahead, looking for King. He takes a body check and shoots it in. In behind the net, Maneri throws it away. On the boards, they fight for it there. It's going to come up to Fleming, who puts it in the middle to Dorian. He got stick checked, though, from Hackett. Dorian's been unable to get anything going on this on this shift here. He tried to get a bunch of speed through the neutral zone, but couldn't. Here's Ouellette in across the line. He assumed that they were offside, but he was actually onside the whole time. So he just gave the puck away there. That was a little bit wild of a sequence. This one's going to come right in on Maneri, and he's going to hold it with Hackett right there. And we're going to get a face-off in the Applekings zone. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you live at the Real Raji 21. Fantastic to be with you as always. And thank you for inviting me into wherever you're watching from. It looks here like the final is Minto 6, Lucknow nothing. Jonathan Reinhardt with the shutout. They lead 3-0 in that best of 7. Face-off there won by the Applekings. It's back in their own end, and they're going to try and get this puck out, and they do. Jamie Wise, the Applekings goal scorer, will bring it ahead. He had it stripped away, however, but he gets it back and keeps it in. Has the lane. Backhand down low! They score! A turnover at the line, and Jamie Wise puts it down low. And I believe this is going to be Evan Bueller with the goal. And just like that, it's a brand new game. We're tied at 2. Bueller continuing his hot streak. He had 2 last night in game 3, and we're tied with 8:29 remaining. For Bueller, that is goal number 4 in these playoffs. So again, brand new game. We start from where we started, or we start again from where we started, and it's 2-2. Elmvale going to bring this puck up, and they have 3 going up against 2, and they shoot it into the zone. Park's going to come back looking for it. Can't get there with Blazer. This one's going to be clear to the line. Pitt can't keep it in. He'll have to come back for it. Given to Fuller. Fuller's going to put it across to Young. Ryan Young to the corner. He still has the puck in the corner, though. Looking for a man to pass it to. Finds Kelly! Stopped, rebound, still there! And backhanded just wide. And this line is dangerous. Kelly, Young, and Fuller. They've been unreal since the start of game number 1. As Bueller puts it in, he's at the end of his shift. He's going to peel to the bench. Here comes Pitt up the ice with a head of steam. He goes to the backhand. Centering pass going to be intercepted by the Applekings. They're going to get the puck to the line and out. Calvert gets up there. He gets control and he puts it off a stick. That goes off a Balkwill and over the net as Calvert gets, and Noah Featherston Howe share a stick tap. Elsewhere, the Tavistock Royals continuing to lead the Erin Outlaws by a score of 3-0. It looks as though they're in the first intermission. Getting underway later at 5:30 in Milverton at the Perk. C4 Centenaires and the Milverton four-wheel drives in game number 2 of that series. Seaforth winning last night 6-1 to take a 1-0 series lead. Andrew Rogers with you live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Great to be here. 2-2 is our score, 7:07 to go. This is going to be won by the Harvesters, and they're going to skate it out here. Austin Pope in across the line. Pope puts it toward Maneri, he sticks it to the glass. Palamaki plate off a stick. This one's going to bound out of play. So I believe the faceoff will remain here in the Applekings zone with 6:54 to go. Dorian's going to have to come in and take this face-off against Owen King. To the line, kept in by Jeremy Robertson. He puts it in deep. Applekings going to try and get control of this puck as they have it now. It'll be played to the boards. Ouellette, he got stripped of it by Pope. Into the middle, it was intercepted though by the Applekings. Good job defensively to get back there. King in the corner now with it. He'll look to the line to Balkwill. He'll shoot. Maneri with the save. Rebound there. And Maneri's got that one too. To the corner to be played up the boards. It'll come out. Look out. Here comes Dorian. He's got a head of speed. He stops up though. Gets around one. Trying to make a move. It's deflected to the corner. Big check there. Dorian gets worked over as it's in some skates. Wise to the line. Blazer keeps it in. Shot there is deflected away by Featherston Howe-Gow. Salaturo in there on the forecheck, can't come up with it. Blazer plays it to him. Backhand was deflected away as that hit Balkwill in front. Salaturo still with it. To the line to Blazer. Plays it back to him. Tried to play it into the middle. It was intercepted though. Blazer keeps it in at the line. Does a good job to hold it in. Here's a chance for Wise. He's shot into a shin pad. They try and center here. Wise with it back to the line. Blazer shoots. It's deflected. It's still loose. Mass commotion in the Georgian Bay line. It's kept. Oh no! We're going to get a penalty call. Man, oh man. Georgian Bay whistle for a trip as they were trying to gain control of that puck with the mass commotion at the blue line, and it ends. The end result is an Elmvale power play in a 2-2 game here. Kelly's shot. That's off a stick and into the corner. Kelly with it as Elmvale sets up this lethal power play. Kelly has Pitt at the line, gives it to him. Pitt across to Shorman. Back to Kelly. Back to Pitt. Around the horn. Good save, Maneri. They just passed with such precision. Kelly now with it. Down low, Fuller. In the middle, they score! Tic-tac goal, Ryan Young on the power play. And Elmvale restores the lead. It's 3-2. So Ryan Young on the power play restores the Elmvale lead. It's 3-2 with 4:46 to go. For Ryan Young, that's goal 5 on the playoffs for Young through the first 4 games of this series. He's been pretty unstoppable. This line just so good. But they work it around, and Ryan Young, the beneficiary there from the lip of the crease as he puts it past Maneri. And the Harvesters have a 3-2 lead here in Game 4. Edmonds into the middle. Here's King. He goes to the corner after it. He gets dragged down. Back to the line, kept in by the Harvesters. Shorman plays it in deep. Now it's going to be centered. Picked off, though, by the Applekings. This is Bekele. He brings it up the ice. Goes to the corner. Centering pass, looking for Simmons. Couldn't materialize as it's played away by the Harvesters. Up the boards and out of the zone. Now it's going to be Bekele again in his own end with it. He'll play it across. Geisler. Good pass there. He had Hustwit. He tipped it in and went to the bench for a change. Passed up the boards here. It's going to be played by Edmonds off of Dorian. And he gives it to Ouellette, who comes in, tried to make a move, couldn't get there. Now it's going to be played in the corner, back to the line. Pad saved by Featherston Howe-Gow. Played down low, into the middle now for Noah Rowland. He throws it across the Blazer. Blazer to Rowland. He'll shoot. No deflection there as Ouellette was parked in front. Be played in by the Applekings as they try and go after it now in the corner. Puck is loose. It'll be up the boards, kept in at the line. Applekings still have it. Dorian. No shot yet. He's worked over, and the puck comes out. Blazer in behind his net as we approach 3 minutes to play here in period 1. Harvesters lead 3-2. Ryan Young, a power play goal, is the latest in the hockey game. Puck in deep now. Murphy plays it around to Kelly. Kelly in the middle to Young. Here's the goal scorer. He had it stripped away. Now it's Fleming the other way. Into Salaturo. Salaturo shoots just wide. Fleming after it. He tried to wrap it around and it was thwarted at the goal line. Now it's Young. He'll bring it up the boards. Fleming being worked over there. And nope. Okay. Fleming was worked over there by Murphy. And he goes in and delivers a body check of his own. Kelly. He'll walk around. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Oh, Maneri got across to make the save. Back in the line, and Murphy can't keep it in. Alan Maneri stood on his head for that save. Pitt throws it in. Bueller had his stick break. He had to go off as he was upset at Riley Pitt. Into the middle, there was a shot there that was fanned on. Applekings with the puck in the Harvester zone. It came in front and goes into the corner. Now it's going to be the Harvesters the other way. Kelly racing up. He's got a man going to the net. Stops up, shoots, saved Maneri. Frustrations already for the Applekings, but it's a one-goal game. Wise throws it into the corner. Simmons after it. Balkwell there, but Simmons gets it. Centering pass. Roland. Shot there. It's deflected away. Bekele had the referee get in his way. It's a 2-on-1. And it'll be whistled down or whistled away here as yeah, a lot of stuff to decipher here, but now it's down the ice and they're going to wave off the icing, and Pope grabs it for the Harvesters. I'm trying to figure out what to say here. There's a shot saved by Maneri, and it's going to be played away. We're in the final minute here. There's 28 seconds left in the first. Harvesters leading 3-2. Park in the corner loses it, and it's centered but intercepted by the Applekings. And they're going to get this puck out. Dorian. He has it at his own blue line there, and he'll look to go north with it. Plays it ahead to Park. Park looking towards the net. Stopped by Featherston Gow, and he's going to put it to the corner. Now it's going to come around Halusiak, and that'll do it for the period. 20 minutes of entertaining hockey in the books, and the Harvesters have a 3-2 lead going to period 2. Andrew Rogers on the call with you, live at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for period 2. Stick around. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs. It's a North Division matchup today, game number 4, between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Thornbury Clear Choice Pool and Spas. Come and visit their showroom at 4 Arthur Street West in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call 519-599-1154 or visit thornburyclearchoice.com for more details. Thornbury Clear Choice, Pool and Spas, pool cleaning made easy. And by Hometown Hall, your neighborhood spot for good drinks, local bites, and easy company. At Hometown Hall, we bring together craft beer, cider, and wine with snacks and stories from around Grey and Bruce County. Located at 49 Bruce Street South in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. Closed Monday through Wednesday and open Thursday through Saturday from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's first come, first served around here, so grab a spot, settle in, and let the good times roll. It's OEHL Hockey, live on YouTube from Thornbury. Hello everyone, welcome back in for period number 2 here at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you, live at the Rio Raji 21. We're getting ready for period number 2. I showed you guys this earlier, but I'll show you guys again. Minto defeating Lucknow 6-0 today. They lead that best of 7, 3-0. Last checked, Tavistock leading Erin 3-0. They lead in that best of 7, 3-0. Can sweep the Outlaws in the first round if they win today. Later on, 5:30, so in about 2 hours, just under 2 hours, at the Perk in Milverton, the four-wheel drives hosting the C4 Centenaires. It'll be game 2 of that series. Seaforth leading 1-0 after a 6-1 win yesterday in game number 1 of that series. Durham, the first team to advance to the second round of the OEHL playoffs, sweeping away the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks 4-0. So they will await their first round opponent. Most likely will end up being the Ripley Wolves. But like I said, we're about to get underway here in Thornbury, period number 2. Elmvale Harvesters leading 3-2 or 5-a-side as well to start. Elmvale's going to pick up this puck in their own end, and they're going to start it out. Ryan Young bringing it ahead. He'll shoot it in on Maneri. He'll go in after it. Back to the line, Halusiak shoots it in wide. It's deflected into the corner, but picked up by Georgian Bay. Logan Blazer, he'll play it back, and it'll be controlled by the Applekings. Up on the boards at center, and now it's going to be played, and the Applekings are going to bring it in across the line. They have a chance here. Wise out there with Fleming and Bueller, who gets it at the line. Bueller shoots, deflected just wide as Blazer tried to get a stick on it. Now to be played around. Blazer's going to try and keep it in and does. It's played in deep. Fleming tried to play it in front, couldn't get it there, and now it's going to be the Harvesters controlling. Now it's Fuller and Kelly going to work. Into the middle to Young. Across! Oh, and Fuller fanned on it, or else he had a golden opportunity there. Played out by the Applekings, and it's back in the Harvesters' end. Off the boards, it's kept in momentarily, but now it's out, and Elmvale's going to bring it up the ice. Ouellette picks it up. He's pressured there by Palamaki. Trying to get away from him. Continues to skate and come up the ice. He'll go to the outside. Still has control of the puck. No centering pass there. Now it's off. This is Dorian with it. Back to the line. He loses control of the puck. It's out of the zone. Here's Connor, playing ahead out of the reach of Dorian, but he's going to go in after it. No icing. Sorry, that was Connor Long. It's Roland, I believe, that's still in the box, serving his 10. What a hit there from Connor Long on Palamaki. This puck is into the far corner. King after Dorian in there as Pope comes in on the forecheck. Appleking's going to pick it up and play it to the line, and it's kept in by the Harvesters. Maneri gets tied up in behind the net. He is down. And now the whistle will go as Maneri is very slow to get up in behind the net. He got tied up. And he is, like I say, slow to get up. That was kind of a awkward situation in behind the net there. And Maneri took the brunt of it. He got mixed up with Dylan Palamaki. And again, Maneri's going to need some help here. Yeah, he is in a lot of discomfort. So there's definite concern here for Alan Maneri, the Georgian Bay Applekings netminder, as it is silent in here. Aaron Weigel, the backup today, number 1 for Georgian Bay, coming off the bench as Maneri is up, and he will be helped off. It looks like he's going to come out, and Aaron Weigel's going to come in. Again, I didn't see what exactly went down, but it looked like just an awkward tie-up in behind the net there, and Noah goes over to give a tap to Maneri. Just warriors in the cages here in this series, and Aaron Weigel is going to be thrust into action here. He hasn't played in this series, and now he's responsible for the way this game looks like it's going to end. As I don't know if we will see Alan Maneri the rest of the evening, or the afternoon, I should say. So Aaron Weigel, number 1, in the nets now for Georgian Bay. They'll give him a minute to get warmed up. And we'll resume play here in the second period with 17:43 to go. And we're ready. Doors open at the bench there too. So they're gonna make sure that gets closed, and it'll be shot into the Applekings zone. So Alan Maneri has left the game for now, at least, and Aaron Weigel has taken over in the Applekings net here in Game 4. Kind of an odd mix-up, collision, tie-up, whatever you want to call it. Weigel makes the glove save. He's going to hang on. And like I say, a little awkward collision between him and Dylan Palamaki behind the net. And it looked like Maneri couldn't even put any weight on his one leg, and it's hard to tell whether it's a leg, knee, ankle, could be any number of things. I don't know what's going on over here. Looks to me like one of the coaches has been asked to leave the bench area for the Applekings. So when it rains, it pours, I guess. So it's a lonely bench over there for the Applekings in terms of coaches and assistant coaches and us and so forth. But alas, that's where we're at. Puck is played in here as Fuller picks it up. He'll fire it aside. He tried to go high glove and just missed. Puck is still in the Applekings zone to be played out. Over to Kelly. He's going to tip it to the blue line of Georgian Bay where the Applekings pick it up. Wise throws it in to a shin guard, and Fuller to Kelly, and they score. And talk about leaving your goaltender high and dry. And a giveaway turns into a 2-on-0, and Jacob Kelly puts it high on the blocker side of Aaron Weigel, and that makes it 4-2 Elmvale. Puck is controlled. Applekings put it into the zone, and they'll go in after it. Ouellette on the forecheck, couldn't come up with the puck, however, and to be fired away, and now it's another rush here for Owen King. He tried to go in on the backhand and got it stripped away. Applekings now bringing the puck out, and it's going to be Balkwill playing it back into his own end where Elmvale will fire it ahead. Pope in across the line, plays it toward the net. It's deflected into the corner. Up the boards, it's going to be kept in by Elmvale. Here's Pope. He'll shoot, save, rebound. Going to be cleared away by Georgian Bay, and they're going to bring it up the ice. Ouellette in across the line. He'll shoot off a skate, and that's going to deflect out. That one off of Jeremy Robertson. So we get a whistle here, and so 15:56 now to play here in period number 2, with the Harvesters extending their lead. Jacob Kelly scoring to give them a 4-2 lead here in the second. Up the boards, and Fuller picks the pocket, and he's going to race in with Kelly on the far side. Kelly's got Young with him. Kelly to Young, he tips it out of play though, and we'll get a whistle. That one off the netting and behind Aaron Weigel. The new Applekings goaltender, Alan Maneri, had to exit the game when he got tied up with Dylan Palamaki, and since then, Jacob Kelly scored to make it a 4-2 game. And the Applekings have their work cut out for him here. Kelly plays it down low, goes to the net, gets it back, shot wide on the glove side. Back to the line, Shorman keeps it in. It's fired out of play, however, and that went off of the stick of the Applekings forward, and it'll be whistled down. We'll get a face-off in the Georgian Bay end. This is to the left of Aaron Weigel. He won back to the line. It's kept in by Shorman. We're going to get another penalty here for a high stick. This one's going to go to the Harvesters, and the Applekings are going to get the power play. This time it's Hackett for Elmvale, who's going to get a penalty for high stick, and that'll put the Applekings on the power play here. Applekings need one badly here with 15:24 to go in the second. They trail by 2. Bringing out the big dogs here as Fleming centers this power play unit. This will be sent down, though, and Georgian Bay is going to have to come back and start this power play from their own end. Played across. Across center, then they come. Good pass there. Here's a chance. Centering! They score! It's a power play goal for Jamie Wise, as they score 19 seconds into the power play, and it's a 4-3 game here. Applekings scoring on the power play. Wise is second of the game, and it makes it 4-3. That's a big goal for Jamie Wise, too. He felt like a goat having turned the puck over that led to the 4-2 goal, and he gets it right back for the Applekings on the power play. 4-3 is our score now. This one's going to bound in on Featherston Howe-Gow. Applekings get there. Shot there, just went wide. It deflected awkwardly and almost ended up in the back of the net. Here's a centering pass. Bueller out there, picks it down, puts it to Fleming. He gets worked over by Pitt. They battle for it down low. Back to the line of Roland. Penalty coming up here. Shot down low, deflected just wide. And we're going to get a whistle. And we're going to get another penalty coming up here, this time to Elmvale again. And this time it's Tanner Main. I believe it's Main who's going to get it, number 8. I wasn't sure if it was Murphy or Main, but Bueller was dumped in front, and it's another penalty for Elmvale, and the Applekings are right back on the power play. Elmvale going to control, get it to the line, it's out. And Georgian Bay going to have to reset here. Plays it to the line, Salaturo. Getting checked there by Fuller, trying to get away. Fuller there on the, gives a slash and forces the puck off the stick, and now Georgian Bay is going to have to come back. Ouellette leaves, and it's going to be given away and fired down the ice. Georgian Bay going to have to come back in their own end for this. Up to Salaturo. He's got to go into the corner. Kelly there on the forecheck. Now it's going to go to Ouellette. Kind of disorganized here is this power play. Ouellette up the ice. Slices and dices through the neutral zone. Pass in front. Deflected just wide by Dorian. Pitt's going to get it out. Connor Long now back in his own end. He'll play it across, looking for Fleming. He's got him. Fleming at center, puts it up ahead. And across the line they come. Dorian around the ice to Fleming. Keeps it into the line. Fleming across. Blazer puts it to Roland at the line. Back to Fleming. Oh, he just missed. Tried to go short side glove on Featherston Halgal. Roland puts it across now. Blazer. Roland again. Shoots. Save. Rebound to the corner. Fleming back to Roland. Applekings on the power play here. Another 25. In the middle. Wide. Shoots wide. Glove side. Bueller parked right in front. Played across. Blazer again. Into the middle. Shot. Stop. Rebound. Just wide. Blocker side. 11 left in the power play. It's to the line. Kept in. Roland keeping it in. Shot there. Oh, he was looking for Fleming. It was through his legs. Penalty about to expire. Put across. Chance in front. Back to the line. They shot. Stop. Rebound. It's still loose. And it's played. Applekings still have it. Shot there. Stop by Featherston. Halgal, and he hangs on. My goodness. What pressure by the Applekings. And it stays out. Oh man, what a flurry of chances there for the Applekings. Back to five-a-side hockey here with 12:26 to go. It is a one-goal game. Harvesters leading the Applekings 4-3 in what is turning out to be a phenomenal hockey game. Shot in from the line, deflected just wide. Calvert gets, keeps it in. Shot there, doesn't reach the net. Applekings still control in the corner. Played it in behind the net. Edmonds, Geisler on the pinching from the point to try and keep the puck in. Still kept in by the Applekings. Now it's going to be played by Edmonds. Can't get it out, and now it's out. Hustwick made the extra move at the line, forcing that play offside. 11:56 to play here now. And face off outside of the Elmvale blue line. Harvesters leading through 4-3. This is game 4 of the best of 7 series. Elmvale leads 3-0. Pitt in behind his own net. Will play it off the boards looking for King. Now it's in and Palamaki's going to go after it. He can't get there. King keeps it in for Elmvale. Battle in front of the net as Palamaki's there stirring it up with another Applekings goaltender. In case you missed it, Alan Maneri started, got tangled up with Palamaki in behind the Applekings net and had to leave the game. It's played across and the Applekings are going to come in ahead. Shot there just went wide on the glove side and it's going to bound out of the zone. Edmonds now. Palamaki picks it off. He's at center with it. Dorian tried to check it off of him, but now it's into the Applekings zone. Harvesters trying to get a change. Played up, it's tipped by Salaturo, but from his side of center. And he's not happy about it either. So it's an icing call against the Applekings. So with 10:58 to go here, the Applekings, the faceoff going to be in their end. Referee chatting with head coach of the Applekings for a moment. And all good by the looks of it here. Faceoff to the left of Weigel. Controlled there. Oh, what a glove save! Aaron Weigel flashed in the leather. Big glove save off the faceoff. Aaron Weigel. W-I-G-L-E. For clarification's sake. Aaron is his first name. It's a big stop. He's a big goaltender in there too. Thrust into action here after Maneri was forced to leave the game. Unfortunately, he was scored on his first shot after coming in relief. Look out! That one's out of the zone anyway and almost into the crowd here as they're onside at the line. Now it's Salaturo. Tried to get loose for a shot, had to play it back to the line, gave it away. And Fuller is going to race ahead. Can he get there? Centering pass went off a body, but now it's Young with it for Elmvale. Centering pass going to be intercepted by Georgian Bay, but they can't get the puck out. Now they will, and it'll be brought ahead. They're in onside, but they give the puck away, and here comes Kelly the other way. Kelly trying to get loose, gets around, and it's stopped, and Kelly goes heavily into the end boards. Up the ice, it's intercepted there now. Whoa, look out. And there's going to be a penalty call here to Georgian Bay, and that's Tristan Park for a slash on Jacob Kelly, who got mixed up with Aaron Weigel in front. So Park takes a penalty for slashing on Jacob Kelly, and it'll be an Elmvale power play here. In a 4-3 game. .9:51 now to go here in the second. Andrew Rogers with you, live at the Rio Raji 21. Great to be here. And Georgian Bay is going to send this to the line and out. Fleming out there with Jamie Wise on this penalty kill. Halusiak picks it up for Elmvale, plays it across. Him and Balkwill out there on defensive for Elmvale on this power play that gets set up here. Palamaki, he brings it across the blue line. They're offside. Edmonds on the close side here was offside. 1:34 to go now in the penalty. So an offside call puts the face-off outside the Georgian Bay blue line. Tremendous game here, though, so far. Pitt bringing it in across the line as Elmvale going to try and set up this power play. What a pass. Fuller shoots wide, blocker side. Going to come to the line. Shorman plays it down. Kelly puts it to Young in the corner. Young back to Kelly. With room, shoots, scores! Jacob Kelly beats Aaron Weigel. A power play goal for Elmvale, and it's 5-3 here in Georgian Bay. Or Thornbury, I mean. Kelly on the power play restores the Elmvale 2-goal lead. And with 9:04 to go, we have a 5-3 game. Kelly beats Weigel on the glove hand side from the center dot in the Applekings zone with a laser of a shot, and that's makes it 5-3 Elmvale. Back in the zone here as it played across, and this is going to come out of the zone. Elmvale just going to bring it back in as Pitt brings it in across the line. He has the puck taken away, however, and Simmons is going to play it out. Now Simmons gets it back, and he's going to carry it into the Elmvale zone. He'll shoot. Oh, it just missed! That went either off of or through Featherston Howe's glove. There's a big save for Featherston Howe Gow as he stops that one point blank, and Elmvale's going to skate this puck out. Pitt to the outside, has room, drops. Palamaki stopped by Weigel. To the line, kept in by King. Here's another shot that went just wide. And Georgian Bay is going to pick it up in their own end and play it to the line and out. Now it's Palamaki. He puts it ahead. Here's Pope with room. Pope centers, and Palamaki couldn't convert on the pass across. Played in and around to Pope. He's in the far corner. Back to the line to Halusiak, up to Pope. Has a man! Oh, he was wide open. He couldn't get it there. Tanner Main was wide open. Here's a chance there, Weigel, and they score! Austin Pope puts it near side on Aaron Weigel. Beats him on the glove or blocker hand. And all of a sudden, a 4-3 game turns into a 6-3 game here in Thornbury. And for Austin Pope, that's goal number 1 of the playoffs. Puck in the Elmvale zone as they're going to come away with it here. Edmonds in across the line, he'll shoot, and that one's deflected out. And the faceoff's going to remain in the Applekings zone here. As we get a late arrival, number 18, Derek Sweeney, joins the fray. In a 6-3 Harvesters lead. Again, if you missed it, if you joined us late, Alan Maneri started this game, had to exit due to injury, and Aaron Weigel's come on in relief. As Hackett and there's a little bit of a tie up there in front, and it's all the way down into the Elmvale zone. So again, you kind of question or wonder how messy it could get at this stage in the hockey game, but we'll see. Down the ice here, and it's going to be picked up by the Applekings. Going to be sent to the line and out. Now it's back, and here's a chance for Georgian Bay. And Dorian couldn't get the shot away. Salatoro's been in the referee's ear more or less for the bulk of the period. This one's going to be picked off and sent into the Georgian Bay zone. .608 to go here in the second period. 6-3 is the score for Elmvale as Kelly brings it in. He's got Fuller. Fuller's wires it off the post. Low glove, or low blocker, and he put it off the post. Up ahead, here's Fleming. Puts it across. Shot there, good save by Featherston Halgao as he hugged the post on that save. Here's a shot there as Applekings try and play it in front. It's intercepted and played out as Roland's back to get it. Elmvale with the puck in their own end. This is played ahead to Fuller. He's in behind the defense. Puts it toward the net. Good save by Weigel as he was able to glove that. Look out, it's in the front of the net and bounds out to center. Shorman on the boards. This one bounds out in front, and it's going to be picked up by Jamie Wise, who's going to bring it across center. Wise shoots. Glove save, Featherston Halgao, and he's going to hang on, and we'll get a whistle. 4:59 to go here in period 2. 6-3 Harvesters, and we see Derek Sweeney for the first time tonight. His first shift. Face off here to the right-hand side of Featherston Halgao, and Sweeney will come in to take it. Harvesters able to control off the face-off. Jeremy Robertson plays it ahead to Palamaki. Palamaki shoots it all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call. .450 to go here in the second period. Lots of talking going on out there, naturally. This is one back by the Applekings. Bekele at the line keeps it in. He'll get it back. Shoots. Deflected in on Featherston Halgao, who makes the save. It's going to come to the corner. It'll be played out by Elmvale. This is going to go down the ice for another icing call, and we'll get another whistle. .6-3 is our score. Earlier on today, the Minto 81s defeating Lucknow 6-0 to take a commanding 3-0 series lead in that best of 7 over the Lucknow Lancers. This is one back to the line. It's going to be played by the Elmvale Harvesters out of the zone. Here comes Palamaki, and they're offside at the line. The other game currently ongoing, or at least was going on, was between the Tavistock Royals and the Aaron Outlaws. Puck in the Elmvale zone. Ouellette shoots. That's off a body into the corner. Georgian Bay trying to gain control of the puck. They have it in the corner. Centering pass. Going to come loose. Blazer shoots. Saved by Featherston Howe-Gow, and he hangs on. 5-0 Tavistock lead over the Aaron Outlaws. They're in the third period. Looks like 14 minutes to play. Andrew Masters of the Tavistock Royals has not allowed a goal in these playoffs, and this is game number 4. That's crazy. He has shutouts in all 3 games so far and has a shutout going so far in the 4th game. They're in the 3rd period. That's crazy. They battle for it in the corner in the Elmvale zone. This is going to come loose, and the Harvesters have it. It'll be played up, and it'll be kept in, though. Shot to the net, deflected wide. Now it's going to be the Harvesters. Edmonds, he gets bodied down, and he appears to be uncomfortable as Dorian picks it up and plays it in the middle. Roland gets around one. So what a save from Featherston Howe-Gow. He stopped it with a toe. Bodies flying everywhere here. These two teams really don't like each other, so there's a stop there and a glove save, and we'll get a face-off, a whistle. Devin Edmonds was crunched along the boards and was slow to get up. He looks to be in some discomfort on the bench. But what a save from Featherston Howe-Gow, and we get more talking in between whistles here. .308 to go in the second period. 6-3 Elmvale lead. They lead in the best of 7, 3 games to nothing. Face off there, one to the line, kept in by Georgian Bay. There's a shot there down low for Fleming. To the corner, centering pass. It's going to be cleared out by Elmvale. And they're going to bring it to the line and out. Played ahead now, and here come the Applekings the other way. Bueller leaves for Wise. Wise goes to the backhand. Shoots! Stopped by Featherston Howe-Gow. He makes a big save there, and he'll hang on. Elmvale leads 6-3 here with 2:42 to go in the second period. Still a lot of hockey left here in Thornbury. Face off one back by the Applekings. Here's a shot from the line, stopped by Featherston Howe-Gow. It's deflected to the corner. In behind the net now. Trying to get loose was Fleming. He was kind of hooked up and slowed up there. It's going to be kept in though, and Fleming's going to have to go after it. Pinched on the wall there by Roland to keep it in. And Wise with the hit there as Roland intercepts the line. Shot there just wide, glove side. Kept in by the Applekings at the line. Blazer puts it down low. Fleming tried to center, nobody home. It was picked off. There's his own, what a save! It's still loose. And now what? Oh, it's a high sticking call. So puck was played with a high stick, and it was touched by the team that had committed the infraction. And what a save from Featherston Howe as he got his blocker up at the last second to stop that one. And what a save for the Elmvale goaltender. We have 1:58 to go here in the second period. Elmvale leads 6-3. It's all talking in between whistles here, so that's awesome. Ouellette's gonna, I thought Ouellette was gonna come in and take this face off, but he's not. This Dorian comes in to take it. Now it's gonna be King in behind the net playing it away. Elmvale tries to get the puck out, and it's kept in by the Applekings. So it's played across, intercepted by Ouellette, who keeps it in. It's off a skate though, and out the other way goes Elmvale. They have a 3-on-2 here. King puts it across, and it was just out of the reach of Sweeney. Now it's going to be played away by the Applekings, and they're going to bring it up the ice. Salaturo in across the line, tries to drop. Ouellette couldn't reach it, and now it's back the other way for Elmvale. King on the boards. Played it in and then went to the bench for a change. It's Ouellette with it now. Ouellette, he's going to take a hit from Hackett, and it's played away. It's going to be shot ahead and tipped in, but Elmvale right there to play it back out. Edmonds went down kind of awkwardly there. I think he collided with his own teammate. We're in the final minute here with 43 seconds left. Off the boards, it's going to be to the line, kept in by Roland, but given away, and now it's Pope who's going to go after it. Pope into the corner. Tried to center, couldn't. It's out into the middle where Keegan Hoover plays it to the corner. Pope going to get there again. He gets dragged down, and now here comes the Applekings. But Pitt is just going to fire this back in the Applekings zone. 12 seconds left as puck is deep in the zone here, and up the boards it comes. It'll be tipped out. Edmonds has it at the blue line. He'll just fire it ahead, and now we'll get some more rough stuff here. Why not? So 40 minutes in the books. Elmvale leads 6-3. And, well, if 40 minutes are any indication of this game and how it's gone so far, we're in for an entertaining finish. 20 minutes left, at least, here in Thornbury. Harvesters lead 6-3. We'll be back for period 3 in a few minutes. Stick around, everyone. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs. It's a North Division matchup today, game number 4, between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Thornbury Clear Choice Pool and Spas. Come and visit their showroom at 4 Arthur Street West in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call 519-599-1154 or visit thornburyclearchoice.com for more details. Thornbury Clear Choice, Pool and Spas, pool cleaning made easy. And by Hometown Hall, your neighborhood spot for good drinks, local bites, and easy company. At Hometown Hall, we bring together craft beer, cider, and wine with snacks and stories from around Grey and Bruce County. Located at 49 Bruce Street South in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. Closed Monday through Wednesday and open Thursday through Saturday from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's first come, first served around here, so grab a spot, settle in, and let the good times roll. It's OEHL Hockey, live on YouTube from Thornbury. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs. It's a North Division matchup today, game number 4, between the Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads in the best of 7, 3 games to nothing. Tonight's game is brought to you by Thornbury Clear Choice Pool and Spas. Come and visit their showroom at 4 Arthur Street West in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call 519-599-1154 or visit thornburyclearchoice.com for more details. Thornbury Clear Choice, Pool and Spas, pool cleaning made easy. And by Hometown Hall, your neighborhood. Sorry folks, I thought that was going to go a little longer. I was going to try and get that in before we got underway, but here we are. Period 3 underway here in Thornbury. Applekings and Harvesters. Harvesters leading 6-3. Young up the ice, they're onside, in across the line. Aaron Weigel remains in the, that puck is in the netting and out of play. Aaron Weigel remains in the net for Georgian Bay. If you're joining us late, Applekings netminder Alan Maneri started this game, got tied up with Dylan Palamaki in the second period and behind the net, and had to leave the game with a lower body injury. So Aaron Weigel forced to come in action, and unfortunately just was kind of hung out to dry on the first goal. Alan Maneri left with it when it was 3-2. Weigel was thrust in action and allowed a goal on the first shot he faced that made it a 4-2 game as that puck is picked off. Here's Fleming, centering pass. There's a shot, post! And it's kept out. And we get more roughness as Fleming came dangerously close to putting that in behind the net. Georgian Bay would benefit largely from a goal early on here in the third to make it interesting anyway. But like I say, 6-3 Elmvale here in the third period. Face off in the Elmvale zone. Could be one back. Pitt going to throw it around the boards. Going to come to the line, kept in by Geisler, who's got it now. Shoots. Glove save from Featherston Howgao, and it'll hang on. So I was looking at the out-of-town scores, and as mentioned earlier, Minto 81's defeating Lucknow 6-0 as Elmvale takes control of the puck here. And they'll bring it out, and now we're going to get an odd man rush. It's King with Cochran on the far side. King shoots, just missing, and it's going to bound all the way out of the zone. Hewlett trying to get around Pitt. He's going to go in there against Murphy, who's got it. He'll play it ahead to Cochran. He'll throw it across. Off a skate, and King is just going to fire it into the Applekings zone. So the Aaron Outlaws finally were able to solve Andrew Masters before he could record his 4th consecutive shutout. As Weigel leaves it there, it'll be played all the way around, and this is going to come all the way out. Almost too many men, but avoided for Elmvale. So Aaron Outlaws scored in the third period with 1:08 left. It was Travis Brown of Aaron, but the result nonetheless is still the same, as the Tavistock Royals have eliminated the Aaron Outlaws from the Paxton playoffs, the 2026 OEHL Paxton Trophy playoffs. For Masters, though, he went 3 games and almost, well, what was that? Just under 59 minutes, so like 58 and change. That's quite a shutout streak. That's unbelievable. Face off here in the Harvester zone. Park's got it at the line. He'll play it in deep, looking for Hustwit. He has it, centering pass, and One of the Harvesters went down there, but it's back to the line. Here's long shoots. Deflected just wide. Hustwick got a stick on it. Deflected it just wide. Back in behind the net. Harvesters are going to come up with it here and play it around. Pinching there to keep it in. Good job there as Hustwick tried to get it. Now it's going to have to go after it here. Pope leaves there. Sweeney can't come up with it. And Simmons shoots it in from center. It's a short bench for the Applekings, so short shifts. But like I say, tall mountain to climb here in game 4. Sweeney shoots it in. Pope has it on the far side, fanned on the shot, but keeps it in. Now placed to Sweeney in the corner. Pressured there by Blazer. Going to be protected there by Georgian Bay, and they're going to bring it out of the zone. Here's Wise. Wise has Bueller with Fleming, but they give it away, and now it's going to be played into the Georgian Bay zone. Jared Robertson on it. Centering pass is deflected away, and Applekings are going to bring it up the ice. Bueller, as Fleming was a step in across the line, offside. So he whistled down. Face off just outside the Elmvale blue line. 6-3 is the score for the Harvesters. Game number 4 of this best of 7, first round matchup. Harvesters looking to sweep. Applekings looking to force game number 5 tomorrow in Elmvale at 1 o'clock. That's what's on the line here. Back to the line, Bekele plays it in deep. It's going to go into the corner. Centering pass, deflected away. Elmvale going to get this puck out. Off the boards. Salatorre had to go past him. Ouellette takes it into the zone. He'll go into the corner after it. Halusiak against him. Ouellette trying to gain control of the puck. Leaves. Back to the line. Over across to Bekele. He'll shoot. Wide of the net looking for the carom. Applekings still control. Bekele at the line. Going to get it. Played across. Geisler shoots. Saved by Featherston Howe-Gow, and we're going to get a penalty call. And Dorian was knocked down in front by Shorman, and I believe he's the one who's going to get the penalty here. So the Applekings are going to go on the power play. 15:43 to go in the third. It's a tripping call on number 16, Devin Shorman. So Applekings on the power play, and they're going to try and go to work here. Puck is one to the boards. Elmvale going to try and get it out, but they can't. Fleming's got it, and they'll set up a power play. Blazer at the line to Fleming. Back to Blazer again. No shot yet. Bueller in front, creating traffic. Fleming trying to go back door on the to be available, but it's given away, and Pitt is going to backhand it to the line. It's out. Blazer can't hold the line. Roland leaves for Wise. He'll throw it across Fleming. He's in across the line, gives to Bueller. Bueller trying to get in front, and look out, we got a breakaway. It's Kelly. Why not? Kelly in. Scores! What a move from number 9, Jacob Kelly. And if not mistaken, that's the hat trick goal for Jacob Kelly. That makes this a 7-3 game. A shorthanded tally for the Elmvale Harvesters, and that is an absolute deflating experience for the Applekings. Five minutes into period number 3. Applekings now trail 7-3. They're on the power play here. Cochran reaches it though for Elmvale and throws it all the way down the ice. Kelly, that's the hat trick goal. And like I say, between him, Jordan Fuller, Riley Pitt, it's an absolute monstrous three-headed combination. Add in Noah Featherston Howe-Gow, who's been pretty remarkable in this series. And, you know, It's this absolute lethal team. Picked up here by the Applekings. They'll set up on the power play. Connor Long now. Plays it in deep. Can be picked up there and back to the line to Long. He'll throw it across. No shot yet. Now it's played in deep, but it's going to be picked off by the Harvesters. They cannot get it out though, and Ouellette has it. Ouellette tried to put it across, it was blocked. Ouellette again, back to the line to Connor Long. Long turns, fires. That one deflected out of harm's way. Ouellette. Now back to, has Salaturo there. Now he'll play it across the Long. Long shoots. Glove saved by Featherston Howe-Gow, and he'll hang on. As we get more commotion in front of the net of Featherston Howe-Gow. Penalty is expired. We're back to 5-on-5. So, like I say, Tavistock Royals moving on. They sweep out the Erin Outlaws on the strength of Andrew Masters and his shutout streak of 3 games and 58 minutes and change. But they defeat the Erin Outlaws in the first round of that South Series. They're the first South team to move on. Coming up in about 40 minutes or so, the Milverton four-wheel drives hosting Seaforth in their second game of their best-of-7 first-round matchup. Seaforth with a 1-0 series lead, courtesy of a 6-1 win last night, as this one's an icing call against Elmvale. Minto owning a 3-0 series lead over Lucknow after their 6-0 win today at the Palmerston and District Community Center Complex. So that's a shutout for Jonathan Reinhardt in that one. So Minto leads 3-0. You have Durham that's already advanced to the second round, having swept Saugeen Shores, and Elmvale looking on like they're on their way to a sweep of Georgian Bay here in the first round. So again, with Durham winning, they won't get Shelburne if they come back and beat Ripley in that series. That won't happen. So I mean, chances are, as the glove save comes in on Featherston Howe-Gow, who makes the save, chances are we will probably most likely see Elmvale and Minto in the second round. Anything can happen in hockey naturally, but that is the way things are kind of shaping up here. So we'll see what happens. And Wise, he was taken down, and we have another odd man rush here as Pope comes in, tries to center, it was intercepted. Coming back the other way are the Applekings. Pass that failed to connect, and it's back in the Georgian Bay zone here. Fleming had to go past them, and now it's Wise. He'll throw it into the middle to Fleming. He'll go in through center. Crosses and goes to the backhand. Backhand there goes off the side of the net, and now they score. Jamie Wise. And that's the hat trick goal for Jamie Wise, and that's his third of the hockey game here, and it makes it 7-4 with 12:04 to go. That one there was kind of a fluky goal, but Wise the beneficiary and ever the wiser, and he makes it 7-4. So again, 12:03 to go, and Applekings now trail by 3, but is it too little, too late? Sweeney across the line. Ouellette gonna pick it up in the corner. Applekings have it in their own end here. Long gets away from Sweeney and plays it ahead. Dorian across to Salaturo. He brings it across the line. Salaturo still holding, no shot yet. Puts it over to Long. Long tries to play it to the net, and caught on the fly is Featherston Howe-Gow, can of corn, and he'll hang on. Seen crazier things in hockey, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, you thought last night was an epic comeback. Maybe we're in store for another here. Park shoots from the line. It's just tipped wide by Ouellette. He goes into the corner after it. He'll pick it up, try to circle back there, and one of the players for Elmvale went down. That was Ryan Young. Now there's a shot glove saved by Featherston Howe-Gow, and it'll be whistled down. Ouellette kind of got Ryan Young with the incidental high stick and gave him a fist tap because, well, I know he didn't mean to do that. So Warriors out there on the ice. There's a shot, good save. Featherston Howe-Gow as it comes to the boards. This will be to the line. Salaturo keeping it in. Tried to get away, Pitt intercepted and played out. Now it's going to come to Fuller. Fuller to Young. Shoots, glove save. Weigel. And it's played out by Georgian Bay. It's in the corner. Try to bring it up the wall, and it's going to be kept in there momentarily by Elmvale, but now it's going to be try the other side, Ouellette. Ouellette plays it ahead. This is Salaturo. Salaturo had it pickpocketed, and now it comes the other way for Young. Young, he gets knocked down by Salaturo, loses control of the puck. Dorian now to Salaturo. Salaturo puts it over to Dorian, who has a head of speed. Trying to get around Pitt, he was disrupted. Pitt plays it up the wall. Gonna come to the line, now it's out. And Salaturo has been out there for quite some time. He's at the red line. Tried to get in, gave the puck away. Young in across the line, over to Kelly. Kelly stops up, no shot yet. Kelly gets knocked off the puck, and that was Bekele and Kelly in behind the play. And Pitt's gonna pick it up and play it ahead to Kelly. He's at the red line, and go, what a hit from Bekele! And Palomaki going after Bekele for that hit on Kelly. And now Pitt's in there. He grabs Fleming, and that is not one that Riley Pitt or Mackenzie Fleming want anything to do with. That's just a mismatch and a half for Mackenzie Fleming. Or sorry, that was Geisler, not Fleming. I apologize. It looked like Fleming, but we're going to get a penalty call here, and I'm wondering who it's to. 9:44 to go here in a 7-4 game. Pitt's in the box, and who else? What? They're giving the misconducts for that? Okay. So Pitt and Geisler, misconducts 10-minute, their nights are done. Well, at least the third period anyway. So I don't agree with that. They didn't do, if anything, they grabbed each other and that was it. It wasn't a fight, it wasn't anything. So if anything, you give them 2-minute roughing penalties and go on your way. The more I try and understand hockey, the less I understand hockey. That makes zero sense what just happened there. That's 2 minutes each for roughing, and let's move on. No, I do not want to be a ref either. I don't need the smoke, as the kids call it. I even feel weird saying that. This is back to the lines, kept in by Elmvale. Shot toward the net, doesn't reach Weigel. Now it does. Here's a shot, save, rebound. Could be fired off the side of the net and played away by Georgian Bay. King in the corner fighting for it with Devin Edmonds, who's in the corner as well, in the far side. Referee there in position, and he blows it dead. We have 9:22 remaining here in the third period. Benches are slimming pretty good, more so on the Applekings side of things. But Geisler and Pitt given 10-minute misconducts. Their third periods are finished. So now we just await the result. Centering pass deflected away by Weigel, and it's going to be played by the Applekings. Up the ice, and no further than that as Elmvale picks up the puck. Wise is going to pick it up, and he'll play it ahead to Fleming. In across the line, Fleming, good pass. Bueller! Oh, what a save from Featherston Halgal on Evan Bueller. What a save. That's a big stop at the juncture in the hockey game. Good chance there for Georgian Bay, but Featherston Halgal makes a big stop. 8:57 now to go here in the third. One back by Elmvale. Shorman plays it around. This is to Sweeney. Sweeney has to go back. It'll be played now by Murphy. He'll get it back in behind his own net. Georgian Bay will try and reset here. Bueller in there on the forecheck, able to come up with the puck. Oh, he had Fleming, but he put it out of reach. Glazer keeps it in at the line. Applekings with some pressure here. Fleming in the middle. What a save! It's loose. It's in! Evan Bueller scores! That was one of the most delayed sequences I've ever seen, but it ends up in the back of the net, and all of a sudden it's a 2-goal game. Evan Bueller finally poking it home. Oh, man. Don't go anywhere, folks. I said that last night, and I was right. Oh, my God. Love hockey. Outstanding. Puck is played across by Alusiak in the Elmvale zone. Georgian Bay with a spark of life here. Trying to keep this puck in, and they do. It's going to come loose. Park shoots toward the net. Deflecting, or just kind of goes wide. Dorian has it. He'll try and circle back and throw it in deep. Salaturo couldn't come up with it. Now it's going to be played away to the line. Kept in. There's a shot. Oh, saved by Featherston Halgal. Another shot wide glove side. All Applekings right now. They got tremendous pressure. But Sweeney's going to get this puck out. Cochran. He'll come in across the line. Go to the side. Shoots. Wide blocker side. And it's Ouellette who's going to pick it up for the Applekings. Back and forth they go. Ouellette to Salaturo. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Where is it? It's going to be to the line, and now it's going to be out as Young brings it out. He's got Cochran and Sweeney. No centering pass there as it's to the corner. Young goes down. He's on top of it there. He gets boarded in. Young's still down, and referee's going to blow it dead. 7:12 remaining here in the third, and it's a 2-goal game. And one of the big stalwarts on the Elmvale side of things is Riley Pitt, and he's in the dressing room. After him and Ryan Geisler were given 10-minute misconducts. So, man, oh man, what a turn of events here in Thornbury. Face-off won by the Applekings. It's fired around. It's going to be out of the reach, though, and Balkwell's going to grab it for Elmvale. He'll play it ahead. It's going to be picked up, though, by Bekele. Throws it to Blazer, puts it ahead. Calvert couldn't corral it. Hustwit in there after it. He's going to try and come up with it on the forecheck. It's going to be played off the boards. It's kept in by Bekele. Shoots. Deflected. Now it's back. Bekele again. Oh, just wide blocker side. Bekele again at the line. He plays it down low to Simmons, to Blazer. Simmons shoots. Deflected. Oh, just wide. It hit his stick and went over the net and just missed as Bekele's resetting in the neutral zone. Main with the stick work. And nothing there as Pope comes up the ice. Pope goes to the backhand. He had it stripped away. And here come the Applekings. Wise up the ice. He'll shoot. Missed it on the glove side. Still has the puck. Puts up Fleming. Fleming shoots. It's blocked in front. And it's to the far side. Pope in the corner. Fleming gets it away, but now it's going to be Elmvale's puck. And now it's in the neutral zone, and it'll be picked off. Fleming, Wise on his rear end, but he gets up. And it's in the Elmvale zone. Bueller after it. Wise is going to get there. It's to the line. Park shoots. Weakly in, but doesn't get to the net. Fleming now. To Park. Shot there. Deflected just wide. Blocker side. Elmvale going to play it up the boards and out. 5:28 to go. King has Edmonds going to the net. Plays it back. It's deflected to the corner. Roland. He's going to play it across center and dump it in. 5:12 to go. It's picked off. They score! Applekings score again. Dorian picked the pocket and threw it in front, and it's a goal for the Applekings, and it's 7-6 here at Thornbury. What is going on? And we get a timeout for Elmvale. They're going to talk it over. Oh my God. Woo! Don't go anywhere. Oh, I love it. Love it. Timeout Elmvale. A 7-6 game. The unfathomable has happened with 5:08 to go here in the third. Oh my God. Are you not entertained? You should be. 6-5. Yeah, they scored with just under 2 to go. On the power play, no less. But man, it's all Applekings right now. Here in this do or die game for the Applekings as they trail in this best of 7, 3-0. My goodness. And Scott Dorian is pumped. And why not? 7-6 game, and we're in for a heck of a finish. What a hit! Jared Robertson, he just got blasted down by Noah Rowland. What a hit. And here's Salaturo. He's got Dorian going to the net! Oh! And Dorian goes after his man in the corner, and he's going to get a penalty here. Well, that's a momentum killer. Dorian a little too excited there. Took it out on Jared Robertson, and Robertson's slow to get up. So now that puts Elmvale on the power play here with 4:47 to go. So Elmvale goes to the power play here after that penalty to Scott Dorian for working over Jared Robertson. And what are we going to get here? Timeout, Georgian Bay. So they're going to talk it over. They give everybody a chance to catch their breath. My God. Like, this game is crazy. This game is awesome. There's something about playoff hockey that just makes it better than everything else. You know? Everybody's heart levels are elevated. You know? Sometimes dangerously close to not so good. Could be, but it's entertaining nonetheless. Gotta love it. And this series has had a bit of everything. So, in game 2, Georgian Bay was up 5-3 going into the third period. They lost 7-5. Yeah, it was, they were up, yeah, they lost 7-5 in game 1, or game 2. Last night it was 5-2, Georgian Bay leading the third, and they lost 6-5. So big epic comebacks for Elmvale in games 2 and 3, and now it's a potential big epic comeback for Georgian Bay here as they trail by 1. It was 7-3 at one point. Ryan Young with the puck in his own net here. Will play it across. Kelly looking for Shorman, but it was intercepted. Now Kelly has it again. Kelly back to Shorman. He was checked into the boards. Played down low. This is Fuller to the line. Shorman across. Halusiak. Oh, shot! And I don't know how that missed. What a chance for Elmvale there. I don't know how that stayed out. 1:15 left to go in the power play. Played up, and this is going to be an icing call against Elmvale. And the faceoff's going to come all the way back in the Elmvale zone. Love it. 3:55 to go here in the third period. 7-6 is our score. Game 5, if necessary, tomorrow at 1 o'clock in Elmvale. Shorman plays it down low and behind his own net, and Murphy is going to pick it up. It'll be brought out by Elmvale and across center. In across the line is Young. Young drops for Shorman, puts it across. Halusiak with space, shoots, glove save, Weigel. 48 seconds left here in the third, in the power play. Face-off coming up in the Applekings zone. .48 left in the power play. 3:34 in the game. Fleming gonna skate it ahead and he'll shoot it out. Played across, this is King. In his own end. Pressured there by Wise, he's gotta go back. Puts it across to Shorman, who's pressured by Fleming. Applekings doing a good job so far in this penalty kill. It's shot in. Into the far corner. Now it's Blazer. Fleming was breaking like he was looking for the outlet pass, but now it's Wise. And across the line, he's got room! Wise to the net, he can't finish! And down is Featherston out, Gow. And he is in discomfort. That was a heck of a collision between Wise and Featherston Howe Gow, and he is down. Man, what a high collision that was as Featherston Howe Gow gets up and waves off the trainer. He is a warrior in that Elmvale net. Good for him. Just an absolute battler in this series and throughout the course of the season for Elmvale. And Jamie Wise came in with a full head of steam and tried to make a move, and they collided pretty good there. So nice to see him up and going. 9 seconds left in the power play for Elmvale with a face-off coming up in the Harvester's end. 2:56 left here in the third with our score 7-6 Elmvale. Face-off controlled. There's a shot off the draw. It's off a stick into the corner. Penalty about to expire. We're back to even strength here. There's a shot that just went wide of Weigel and it's in behind the net. It'll be played around. Now it's going to be shot out, and that's going to be an icing call. Kelly and Bekele, a couple of warriors for both teams. 2:33 now to go, and the faceoff's going to be in the Georgian Bay zone. Elmvale clinging to a 1-goal lead at 7-6. He dropped. Going to be controlled. Kelly scores! Jacob Kelly off the faceoff with his 4th of the game. It's 8-6 Elmvale. Whoa, what a shot. It's really hard to say and unfair to say if Alan Maneri would have stopped that instead of Aaron Weigel. But that's a lethal shot, and not a lot of goaltenders are going to be able to stop it. In across the line is Sweeney off the post! And Weigel keeps the rebound out. Ho, that was close. 2:20 now to go here in the third. 8-6 is our score. Elmvale going to get a change on the defensive end. Georgian Bay able to win the face-off. They'll play it around to the far side. Now it's ahead to Wise. Wise into the middle. Going to be controlled by Edmonds, who plays it into the Georgian Bay zone. Now it's across. Wise picks it up. He'll play it in. Weigel going to go to the bench for the extra attacker. So Georgian Bay pulling the goalie with 2 minutes left. Parked to the net. And it's going to be played out by Sweeney. No icing. Ouellette's got to come back for it. Extra man for Georgian Bay here in crunch time. Ouellette up the ice, into the zone. Goes to the net. Stopped by Featherston Halgal, and it'll be whistled down. Ouellette with a full head of steam there, but his shot was swallowed by Featherston Halgal. Man, these two teams, a rivalry in the making. Well, they've already had one over their time so far in the OEHL. This series has lived up to the absolute hype of it. It's been excellent. By far the best series in the North thus far. 1:38 to go, net empty for Georgian Bay. It's loose! Shot stopped by Featherston Halgal. To the corner, they battle for it. It's gonna come loose, back to the line, Ouellette shoots! Oh, save! And where did that puck go? Oh, there it is. I thought it was straight up and straight in. That would have been wild. 8-6 our score, 1:24 to go. Both teams have taken their timeouts. So we played to a finish. Man, what a game. 1:24 to go here. Applekings trying to gain control of the faceoff. Fleming taking his man into the boards. It's going to come up the boards, kept in. Ouellette's got it, or excuse me, Roland. Fleming to the middle, no shot yet. Into the corner, back to the line. Roland shoots, deflected. It's loose, and Featherston Halgal's got it, and he'll hang on. Warriors, I tell you. Just absolute battlers. Series has been unbelievable. 1:03 to go. Very privileged to have done games 3 and 4 of this series. Wow, unreal. Face off here in the Elmvale zone. Gonna go to the boards, played up the boards by Elmvale. They get it no further than the line, it's kept in. Here's Blazer, shoots, off skate into the corner. In the final minute now, kept in by the Applekings. Shot there toward the net, doesn't reach it. Salaturo had his, or excuse me, Roland had his stick slashed out of his hand, and then he got cross-checked. And we're going to get a penalty called Elmvale here. So a cross-checking penalty, and that'll put Georgian Bay on the power play here with 40.3 to go. Penalty to Halusiak, number 23. Extra attackers, so 6-on-4. Back to the line. Here's a blast. Glove save and a beauty. Featherston Halgal. Big stop. 36.5 to go. In the skates, it's, whoa! A little bit of a scuffle there from Shorman and Edmonds and Noah Roland. Austin Ouellette out there as well. Fireworks probably going to go off here shortly. 31.7 to go. And King and Ouellette are going to square up again. We know what happened in game number 3. Blazer at the line, plays it in. It's going to be intercepted though by Elmvale, and they're going to get it out. Here's Roland. Tried to make a move and got thwarted there, and at the line, kept in. 12.4. Puck is Shot there by Ouellette. And final seconds are going to tick off here. And that's going to be thwarted away, and that'll do it. The game is over. Elmvale victorious here in Thornbury, 8-6. They sweep the first round series, and they sweep out the Georgian Bay Applekings 4-0. And what a series from both teams. What a series from both teams. Just absolute warriors on the ice. And Elmvale just absolutely took care of business and proved as to why that they were the number 3 seed. Just an unbelievable series from both teams. And it ends with the Harvesters sweeping the series 4-0, taking game 4 here in Thornbury 8-6. And just a well-fought series between these two teams. Unbelievable stuff. Was really privileged to be a part of it. The two teams shake hands. A lot of these guys know each other. They go way back. And just great to see after a hard-fought series that there's nothing but mutual respect. And it's true. At the end of the day, that's what they're fighting for. An opportunity at a championship, a Paxton Trophy, and really they gave it their all. And Georgian Bay should not hang their heads on this series. Elmvale should be very proud of the way they played. Was just unreal. And Riley Pitt, who is at the locker room door there, going to get a handshake as well from the Applekings players. Again, a lot of respect. These guys know each other. They go way back. And, again, a tremendous amount of respect from both teams. Warriors through and through. And well-fought series that Elmvale ends up being victorious in. So now Elmvale will await their round 2 opponent. And we'll see what happens. But just an absolute great hockey day and hockey game here in Thornbury this afternoon. Unreal stuff. Just fantastic. Unreal. 8-6 the final. Elmvale sweeps out Georgian Bay in the first round of the Paxton Trophy playoffs. Andrew Rogers live at the Real Raji 21, live on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys following along and tuning in. And not sure where I'll be next, to be honest, but hopefully we'll see you still in the future in these 2026 OEHL playoffs in some capacity. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night from Thornbury.